Because like I said, I just have to make sure that I get you girls a call before I go, because you girls are good over there, and Melina will give me a lot of advice and a lot of help. But when you got somebody else on the other end that's supposed to help but ain't helping, that leaves me in the middle helpless. And
Okay.
and I don't like that feeling at all, man. Because
And sir,
right now I'm trying my best not to cry with you right now. But it's daytime,
okay.
and I feel safe going to the hospital in the daytime. But I don't feel
All
safe
right.
going to the hospital at night.
Sir, I'm gonna make this chart available for your doctor. I'll continue to ask a series of questions. Most of this is a yes or no answer. Okay? All right. Sir, do you feel like your skin is so cold, so clammy,
Yes,
that
man.
your body is gonna go into shock?
My lower body is sweating like it's being having water poured on.
Okay. But sir, this kind of condition, sir, it's like it's too impossible for even to speak the whole sentence and describe how you're feeling right now.
Right.
Okay? Like your skin is cold, clammy,
Yeah,
like it's gonna go into shock.
yeah. Like I said,
Oh,
my body keeps shaking. It keeps shaking. It's just shaking.
oh, shaking is a different thing, sir.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
That means that the temperature of your body, sir, it's cold,
Yeah.
clammy,
Yeah. My temperature,
right?
the lower part of my body is cold and slippery. Like scales.
Okay.
You know, in my upper body. I ain't having no
Okay.
fever or nothing.
And sir, you don't sound confused. You know who you are, where you are. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And have you passed out, lost consciousness, collapse?
No.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's see. And sir, you said that this pain, it has been going on for more than 1 hour?
Yes, indeed.
Your stomach pain?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. And has it been more than 1 hour that it has been excruciatingly painful?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Like I said, if you feel just like I felt when I ended up in the hospital before for 5 days because of a bad kidney infection and the bowel obstruction.
Sir, if you're having these symptoms, sir, then you have to go to the hospital, sir.
Like
Then
I
they'll
said,
somebody drive you there, and
that
you cannot eat or drink anything and bring all
like
the
I said
visit
again,
your
ma'am.
medication.
Like I said again, ma'am.
Yes?
If I had any other way to go except calling 911, I wouldn't be calling you right now. I would have called 911. I called you. I called you just to let you know that I was calling 911 because of what happened to me. You know, and I just want to let somebody know that I will be getting in a paramedic vehicle with the paramedics again, just in case I don't make it to the hospital. Just like they stopped the ambulance before, they could have stopped it again. And if I don't make it to the hospital, no investigation will be done because people die every second of the day not getting to the hospital in time. And like I say again,
Okay.
that's what I got to go through when I make this phone call to 911. I'm letting you know. What's your name?
My name is Anna, sir.
Miss Anna. I'm letting you know, Miss Anna, that I'm going to this hospital. And anything happens to Miss Anna, you the last person that I talk to about how bad I'm being treated by paramedics here in Houston, Texas.
Okay. Well, sir, I'm not physically present with the paramedic, sir.
No, no,
I
no, no,
really
no, no,
don't
no.
know
I'm
how
just
they treat
no,
you.
no.
So,
I'm just telling you that, Miss Anna. I know you don't have nothing to do with that, but I just want to let you know throughout this whole ordeal, I feel like Molina Healthcare don't care. You girls do care, but y'all care to an extent. And what I mean by y'all care to an extent, if you don't love the person or know the person, you don't care. Why I say that? Because if someone cared at Molina, this wouldn't have happened to me 3 times. After I reported abuse from paramedics the first time, a physical abuse
sir,
wouldn't occur. And
sir,
just like you cutting me off,
let me just,
just like you cutting me off right now, like I said again, you don't have no
okay.
time to care. You see, and that's how all y'all
No,
are over
sir.
there. Y'all don't have time to care. The
That's
patients,
not true, sir.
I,
I just want to inform you that if the paramedic is doing something bad to you, you have to report to and file grievance to the paramedic. You don't claim it to Molina. Molina don't operate those paramedics.
Melina pay
This
them.
is not.
Melina pay them. Melina pay them, man. Melina pays my health care. and that is part of my health care. Getting to the hospital is the crucial part of my health care. And when that ambulance stopped, I did report that. Not only I reported that, I had a tape of that. Not just one time, I had tape of it 2 times. And that's what I'm saying right now. Melina, don't care, because you just not try to get yourself out of being the ones that do supposed to care. Because like I said again, when I call 911, I'm calling 911 not for no bullshit, man. Because I'm not that type of person. I'm calling because I'm afraid to die. And this is what I'm really upset about with Melina, about y'all don't care. Because when I reported these things, somebody was supposed to handle that where no one was to treat me wrongly no more. But after I reported everything, that's when the paramedics escalated everything after I reported it. So when I decided to tape record it, the first time that they stopped my ambulance, it ended up happening to me again to stop all the goddamn complaining. And I have a tape of all of that. I done had the investigative affairs come to my house, and I had y'all investigators come to my house. To the whole case being dropped once the mayor here in Houston, Texas, stopped the whole thing. Now I'm dealing with all this having to call you guys or be afraid to go to the hospital because of the things that can happen to me in the hospital and going to the hospital. So like I said again, ma'am, I appreciate you listening this time, but most women over there, Melina, yes, y'all do give help about going to the doctors and everything else, but y'all do not have the patience and y'all do not care because it's a business as usual. That's all that thing is a business. And I'm like, if y'all doing y'all business and business is being done wrong to me, y'all supposed to come to my rescue. When I was illiterate in this whole thing, no one came to my rescue because they saw that I wasn't worth rescuing. And I'm not illiterate anymore. The best thing happened out of this whole situation is I learned how to read, write, and a whole bunch of other things because my rights were violated, my human rights were violated, civil rights were violated when they stopped the ambulance. My human rights were violated when they cruelly and unusually punished me for not wanting to speak to them because of the way that they were treating me. And y'all didn't do nothing for it to happen to me again after that report and then having it on tape. And then for me to tape record it happened to me again and nothing happened. I'm supposed to be afraid as I'm afraid right now to go to the hospital because I know that I can go in there and die. And just like no one cared then, no one won't care now. But I just want to let you know that that's why I'm going to the hospital. And you, Anna, I told you, Anna. So if anything happens to me, Miss Anna, you're going to know that I love you, Miss Anna. I love all people. I even love the people that done did me this here because I got to. Because in my mother's house there is many mansions and anger ain't in none of the rooms. So I can't be angry at everything. Like right now, man, you just don't know. You just don't know how scared I am of going to this hospital, dealing with these people that done did everything they done did to me.
Okay. Sir, this line is recorded, so everything is recorded. So whatever it is, okay.
That's
And
and once again, Miss Anna, I'm sorry to cut you off, but I'm gonna say this here, then I'm gonna let you go, Miss Anna. You saying that these phone calls are being recorded? Why
yes, sir.
why I can't get none of the phone calls where I have reported the verbal abuse at least 4 times before these guys decide to stop my ambulance with the physical abuse and threaten me with violent harm and incarceration. I'm 126 pounds. These guys were 500 pounds plus combined it. And they stopped the ambulance, closed the doors, and turned it off and argued with me for more than 5 minutes, man. There's no way possible that could be legal. And the reason why they did that, they said that they felt that their life was in danger. That's why they stopped the ambulance. Come on, man. What could a half a functioning man do to two fully functioning men while he's strapped down on the gurney? So right there shows you the negligence on these paramedics' part on that time. And then when it happened again, August the 27th, to shut up about March the 5th, they hold me in the ambulance for 25 minutes this time and interrogated me and why I was in GameStop after hours. So all of these things and dynamics shows a pattern of wrongdoing. And no one has been charged for no wrongdoing because everyone felt like he's illiterate. So therefore, if he don't know, shit, we don't know. But I know now, man. But I thank you. I thank you for listening. So now I'm about to call 911 and pray that I do make it to the hospital. Because like I said again, ma'am, for those guys that stopped at ambulance, knowing there's a possibility that I could have went in cardiac arrest, and it's a possibility that the paddles of life did not work. Do you actually think they were going to tell the truth once we got to the hospital? No, they wouldn't. Because if they was to tell the truth, they would be charged with negligent homicide. Because one charge would be my civil rights was violated because everybody got the right to call 911 in case of emergency. My 911 emergency stopped when they stopped the ambulance. And then my regular rights was violated when they recklessly endangered my life when they stopped the ambulance. So like I said, man, when you look at the dynamics of everything I'm going through, this is wrong. This is wrong. And like I said again, if Molina Healthcare really cared, this would have never happened almost 5 times. It would have never happened 5 times. It would have happened at one time that I complained, someone would have been talked to, and I wouldn't have been treated badly no more. But it happened to me 5 times, man. And the 2 times was crucial. And that was the times when I was in the ambulance and they didn't go where the ambulance was supposed to go. Because there is no stop in going to the emergency. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It's Houston Fire Department paramedics. And when it happened to me on March the 5th, it was 2 sets of paramedics. It was the regular paramedics from the hospital, and it was the Houston Fire Department paramedics. And they was bickering over who was going to take me to the hospital at first until it was time for me to go to the stretcher, and the stretcher was outside. So I had 4 paramedics inside my house bickering about who's going to take me to the hospital, but nobody was really there to take me to the hospital because the stretcher was outside. Ma'am, this is as wrong as anything wrong could happen to any human being on earth. Because I shouldn't be afraid to call 911 at all. I should not be.
Okay, well, sir, we will call you back in a few days to follow up how you're doing, sir. And we're always here. I deeply apologize that you feel that nobody cares, but we do care for you, sir. Sometimes the ambulance company, whatever is their treatment, Molina actually cannot control.
There you go again. There you go again, ma'am. There you go again. You saying Molina cannot control, but Molina can act, because Molina giving them a check, ma'am. So that's part of my health care, ma'am. See, that's what I'm saying. If y'all really care, y'all get into what y'all job really is over there at Molina. If these people are getting paid, they're getting paid from somewhere. You see?
Another thing, sir, they're actually, when you said that they sent an investigator, correct? So that means that they care if they send an investigator.
They didn't send an investigator until 5 months after I told them I had a tape of it. And the investigator didn't come until they heard the tape on the phone. And then it came out to hear it first face to face. So like I said again, if someone cared when I first complained the first 4 times, I wouldn't have been complaining 4 times. I'd have complained just 1. So after the 4th complaint, that's when they stopped the ambulance. After the 4th complaint, they stopped the ambulance and threatened me with body harm and incarceration for complaining. And I thought that was my job to do if I felt like I was being treated bad. And they was verbally thrashing me. Because one time my colostomy bag had bust, but that was because I was so nervous. I thought I was dying and I had loose bowels. So it bust, and one of the paramedics said, "Man, you need to be cleaner than this coming to the hospital." And I felt so bad when he said that, because it was like he was just calling me a nasty mess when my personal hygiene is everything to me, man. And this is the type of abuse that I was getting from paramedics that my insurance company is paying. Come on, man. You gotta look at that for what it really is. But I do like this though. I do like this. I know what happened to me now, man. I know what happened to me. So thank you.
All right, sir. Take care, sir.
Much bullshit going on. I'm sweating like a fucking Hebrew slave. No ethnicity scared to go to no hospital. But scared that these dirty, stinking bitches might do something to me. Yeah, 'cause evil is what evil does.